Hello and welcome back. We are diving into this new unit on JavaScript and we're talking about logical operators today. So, last time we learned about Boolean variables, and Boolean variables are either identified as true or false. So, for example, let's say I have a variable called is yellow and I can set it to true. So, I might be checking if something is yellow, and I'm just going to say is yellow, and then I'll add in my variable. Now, it's going to read whatever I put in there. It's going to say it's true. Now, your logical operators can actually change things up with them. So, our first operator that we're going to talk about is the not operator. Not reverses a Boolean variable. So, if I put an exclamation point right here at the very beginning, it's going to flip this. So, right now, is yellow is a condition that's set to true, but it's going to read as false. Okay, it flips it. Now, if I set it to false, then it's going to be true. So this one is actually quite handy where it can actually reverse a condition if you're checking for a variety of different conditions. So I really like the not one. Now, and or actually require two variables. And I think the best way to show you is to actually just make a little program. So we're going to write a little program about can you adopt a pet? So we need two Boolean variables. We're going to need a variable age over 18 because you need to be over 18 to adopt a pet. And for that, we're going to read in something from the user. Now, notice this one is a little bit different. We've used read int to read in numbers, and we've used read line to read in strings. Now we have read Boolean, and that's going to read in either the statement true or false for our user input. And I'm going to ask the question, are you over the age of 18? And then we'll do another one. Another rule, has pets. Okay. So read Boolean. Do you have experience with other pets? Let's say that's a requirement for our little program. And then we need a variable to hold our logic. So can adopt is going to rely on you have to be over the age of 18 and you have to have some experience with pets. Now, and I did not spell out the word and. I used two ampersands. Now, if you've never used those before, it's on your keyboard where the letter or the number 7 is. To get to it, you just hit Shift 7 and it'll type that ampersand for you. So, can adopt age over 18 and has pets. So, let's go ahead and get an output really fast. Can you adopt a pet? And then we are going to set that to our can adopt variable. All right, so are you over the age of 18? So we're going to set it off where both of them are true. So yes, over the age of 18. Yes, experience with other pets. So can you adopt a pet? True. Now with and, it's only true if both of them are. So if I set this one to true and this one to false, it's going to kick it back as false. Okay. And same thing as if I set this one to false and this one to true, it's still going to read false. And of course, if both of them are false, then it's going to say false. So with and, it's very, very picky. Both of them have to be true in order for your final variable to be true. Now, let's say we can't get people to adopt, so we have to loosen up our requirements. This is where or comes in. Okay, or operator, it means one or the other. You either are over the age of 18 or you have pets. So this is going to mean that the only time this one is false is if both of those are wrong. So we're going to come down and we're going to get rid of our ampersands. And I'm going to add two vertical lines. Now, if you've never used this button on your keyboard before, it's on the right side of your keyboard, just above your enter key. See, there's a slash and then a vertical. If you hit shift and then that 2 times, you'll get 2 vertical lines. Okay. Now this reads, you can adopt if you're over the age of 18 or you have pets. Now let's see how this affects our program. So if I set both of these to true, are you over the age of 18? And do you have experience with other pets? If both of those are true, it's going to be true. But now what's different is if I set this one to true and this one to false, my result is actually true because only one of them has to be true. So if I set this one to false and this one to true, it's still going to be true. You can still adopt a pet even if you're not over the age of 18. The only time it'll read false is if they're both. Can you adopt a pet? False. So that's just kind of logical operators in a really quick video. If you have any other questions, let me know. Um, but with your activities, you have two. You have one where you have to set up the requirements for graduation. Number one, you have to have enough course credits and you have to have met all the graduation requirements. So this will be almost exactly like the president one and exactly like the one that I just showed you. So if you want to use that as a structure for it, that'll be super handy. And then for the schools out, is today a weekday? Is today a holiday? I'm pretty sure this is one where you're going to use an or variable. Okay. So I hope you guys found this helpful and let me know if you need help.